All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get started with lesson 9 today. Happy Monday. Today's the last week before break, so let's have a good week, get our work done, and then enjoy our break. So today's lesson's objective tells us I can relate decimals to mixed numbers and round addends, minuends, and subtrahends to whole numbers in order to predict reasonable answers. I can find the sums and differences of decimals. I can understand the importance of place values and solve problems in real world contexts. Okay? So, let's look at example 1. What we're going to be doing today, they're going to give us some whole numbers, some mixed numbers, and we have to turn the fraction portion of the mixed number into a decimal and then continue with the operation. Okay, so let's look at example 1. 25 and 3/10 plus 376 and 77 hundredths. So what we have to do is turn both of these decimals into or both of those fractions into decimals. Okay, so let's do that. 3/10 as a decimal, okay, is 0.3. So we add 25 to that. 3/10 as a decimal is 25.3. Okay, 376 and 77 hundredths. Obviously, 77 hundredths is just 0.77. Okay, and then now we're going to add these. Okay, so I'm going to put the bigger number on top just because it's easier. 376.77 plus 25.3. Okay, when you add and subtract, make sure with decimals, make sure your decimals are lined up. Doesn't matter where these other numbers are. Okay, you need your decimals lined up. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a 0 here. Okay, so 7 plus 0 is 7. This is 10. 6 plus 5 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. That is 10, and then 4. So our answer comes out to 402 and 7 hundredths. Okay, so this is the type of problems we're going to be doing today. Okay, just converting fractions into decimals and then completing the operation. Okay, so look at example 2. All right, pause the video. Try this one out on your own. Remember, how we turn fractions into decimals, you have to compare 1/5 to 100. See what you do to 5 to get 100, and you have to do the same thing to 1, and then you put that as a decimal. Okay, so pause the video, restart it when you are done with this example. So you should have paused the video. Okay, I know that 1/5 as a decimal is 20 hundredths, so this is going to be 426.20. Okay, now 1/2 is obviously 0.5. Okay, so minus 275.5 or 0.50. Okay, now I'm going to subtract minus 275.50. Okay, and then I just subtract normally. Remember to line up your decimal. So this is 0, borrow 7, bring my decimal up, 0, 5, and 1. So our answers come out to be 150 and 7/10 or 70 hundredths. Okay, let's look at number 1 and 2. Now they're giving us word problems to solve, so let's go ahead and do this. So number 1 says Samantha and her friends are going on a road trip that is 245 and 7/50 miles long. They already have driven 128 and 53 hundredths miles. How much farther do they have to drive? So we have to subtract here. Okay, the first thing I need to do is turn this 7/50 into a decimal. Okay, so I have 7/50, and I compare it to 100. That's times 2, so it's 14 times 2, so this is 245.14. Okay, and then 53 over 100 is just 0.53, so this is 128.53. We line up our decimals, and then we subtract. Okay, this is 1, 3, bring my decimal straight down, 6, 1, and 1. So our answer comes out to 116. Sorry, this should have been a 6, and 61 hundredths. Okay? All right, number 2. Ben needs to replace 2 sides of his fence. One side is 367 and 900ths meters long, and the other is 329 and 3/10 meters long. How much fence does Ben need to buy? So now we are adding these, okay? We need to find out 9 over 100 is just 0.09, so this is 367.09, okay? Because it's 900ths, not 9/10, okay? Now, 329 and 3/10 is just 0.3, and we can add a 0 here just because we have that 9 there. Okay, so we're subtracting, so 9 minus 0 is 9, borrow, 10 minus 3 is 7, bring our decimal straight down, borrow again, 16 minus 9 is 7, 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 minus 3 is 0. So our answer is 37 and 79 hundredths. Okay. Okay, so we are actually supposed to add here. Okay, that's my fault. Okay, so let's go ahead and add. So this is 367.09 plus 329.3. Okay, and then we add 9, 3, bring our decimal, 16, 8, 9, and 6. So when we add it correctly, we get 696 and 39 hundredths. Okay, let's do a couple more examples, and then I'll let you guys go on your own. Mike wants to paint his new office with 2 different colors. If he needs 4 4/5 gallons of red paint and 3 1/10 gallons of brown paint, how much paint does he need in total? Okay, so we are going to add here. Okay, so we need to turn 4 4/5 into a decimal. We put that over 100. Okay, and you multiply by 20, so this is 80 over 100, so it's 4.80 plus 1/10 is just 3.1. We add a 0. This is 0, 9, and 7. So our answer comes out to be 7 and 9/10. Okay. Now, number 4. All right. After Ariana completed some work, she figured she still had 78 and 29 hundredths pictures to paint. If she completed another 34 and 25ths pictures, how many pictures does Ariana still have to paint? Okay, so we have to subtract here. So this is 78.21 minus 34. 23 over 25 compared to 100 is times 4. 23 times 4 is 92. Okay, so this is 0.92. Then we subtract. Okay, we need to borrow here. This is 9. Borrow here. This is 2. Bring our decimal straight down. We have 3 and 4. So our answer comes out to 43 and 29 hundredths. Okay. So you have a problem set that looks like this. It has number 1 with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 examples. I will do the first one for you, and then the rest you have to do on your own and get this turned in. Okay, so letter A, we have 381 and 1/10 minus 214 and 43 hundredths. So this is 381 and 1/10. I'm going to add a 0 just because I know that 214 is going to be 0.43. Okay, and then we subtract. This is 0, so 7, 0, 6. Bring our decimal straight down. Remember, you must line up your decimals. Okay, 7, 6 again, 6, 3 minus 2 is 1. So our answer for the letter A on the problem set is 166 and 67 hundredths. All right, guys, you are on your own. Turn in the rest of this problem set by the end of the day, and we will see you tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.